What is up, fight fans? You are locked into the Silly Gilly Goose MMA show. We had a crazy banger of a card on Saturday night. UFC 328, Chimaev versus Strickland. Sean Strickland getting his belt back in split decision form. A lot of great fights on the card. Mason, what would you rate this card out of 10?
Out of 10,
Yeah,
I think I'd give this card like a 6.
6 out of 10. I'd
Yeah.
say, yeah, I'd go like, I'm going to go 7.5 out of 10. Little
Wasn't
weird
the it
card here,
wasn't the
but
worst.
it
Wasn't the worst card in
wasn't
the
the
world.
worst, wasn't the best. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Our first fight of the night, we had Clayton Carpenter taking on Jose Ochoa in a flyweight bout. Jose Ochoa getting it done 30-27 on all three judges' scorecards. Mason, what did you think of this fight?
Yeah, man. Ochoa looked pretty solid. I mean, he had a lot of volume with his strikes and honestly pretty good way to start the card out. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Ochoa. He got it done, dude. He looked really good. And he was just piecing up Carpenter.
Yeah, dude, shout out Clayton Carpenter for taking all those shots. I mean, he got dropped pretty badly in round one and somehow recovered and was able to stay in the fight. And his striking accuracy wasn't too shabby in this fight. Honestly, 68 of 153 for significant strikes after getting dropped in the first 2-3 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I'd say. But yeah, he wasn't able to get to the grappling. Ochoa defensive grappling was on point. Um, that he almost got, or Carpenter almost got that leg lock there at the end of round one
Yes.
when he was trying to survive after getting knocked down. That was a little scary there for a second, but that was the only moment that Ochoa was threatened, and he dominated on the feet, and he's a great 125 prospect. That division just keeps getting better. Can't say enough good things about it. But
Yes,
after
sir.
that, we had Bazingar Susurkaev versus Jordan Santos in a middleweight bout. Susurkaev getting it done with 48 seconds left on the clock in round three via a rear naked choke. Mason, what did you think of Susurkaev's performance?
Yeah, I was super close to getting my Susurkaev decision pick, but um yeah, man, he got it done by choke, and it was pretty I mean decent win. Honestly, I thought that it was gonna be done like a little bit earlier, um, before the fight started, but Santos, man, I mean, he almost took him to decision. Almost, I mean, and Susurkaev is really good too. He's a beast. 12-0 now,
Yeah,
professional, and
yeah.
yeah, that was a. I mean, I don't know if Susurkaev was really happy with how it went. I think he wanted to get it done a little bit earlier, but a win is a win.
Yeah, win's the win. I mean, yeah, he was looking a little. It looked like he was looking a little gassed after round one, and then looked like he kind of caught a second win there in round three. But his calf kicks were nasty and
Yeah.
nasty work in that first round. Like Santos could barely almost stand, and then yeah, Santos, man, he's a dog, dude. Staying in there, took a lot of big shots. I don't know how he stayed standing, but that's why he hasn't been knocked out in his career yet, because fights like that. And then yeah. Great job for Suzukaev to get it to the ground, take his back, get the choke. Great performance. Does have cardio issues. I don't know, man. 3 straight wins by finish though in the UFC. That's gonna get him. That's gonna get him a big name. So we'll see him in a big fight here pretty soon. At the end of the summer. After that, we had Mason's golden goose of the card, William Gomis, taking on Pat Sabatini in a featherweight bout. Pat Sabatini getting it done 30-27 on two cards, with one judge giving Gomis a round for a 29-28. Mason, Gomis not able to execute the game plan here. What's going on? What happened?
Yeah, man. It was just so I was like watching this whole fight. I was so excited for Gomis, but I mean, he did good at like defending the takedowns, but he just couldn't get his back off of the cage. And it was just I was like fuming the whole time. Like I honestly thought if it was on the feet that Gomis probably could have edged out Sabatini, but nope, that's just not how it went. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, this was brutal. This was a brutal watch. This is probably the
Yes.
the worst card of the night or worst fight of the night, I think. And yeah, Sabatini three for 20 on takedowns. 11 minutes of control time. It was yeah, it was just a lot of fence hugging. And then yeah, Gomis landed nice shots there in round two. Round one was all Sabatini. I mean, but Gomis was defending the takedowns, and at the end of the fight, he thought he won, bro. Did you see that? Gomis actually thought like when the fight was over that he was gonna get the nod. He was like celebrating, like he threw his hands up. He's like, yeah, oh yeah. Like, oh, baffles me, dude. Baffles me how he thought he was gonna get that decision. But that's past Sabatini, man. We knew exactly what he was gonna do going into this. This is now his like third or fourth fight in the UFC where he's had over 10 minutes of control time on his opponent, and he has not had a 5-round fight. That is ridiculous. Pat Sabatini, I I don't know what you do with him. I mean, he's not entertaining, and that's what they want. They want entertaining fighters. But
Yes.
now he's going to be 9-2 in the UFC. So it's like you kind of have to give him somebody ranked, like you can't just keep passing him up. We got to have someone get in there and flatline him, expose him. There's got to be somebody that can solve this Pat Sabatini puzzle. You know, we don't want to keep seeing fights like that. But after that, our final fight on the early prelims, which was a little bit of a banger, actually. Roman Kopylov taking on Marco Tulio in the middleweight division. Roman Kopylov as the underdog, getting it done on all three judges' scorecards, 29-28 unanimously. Mason, what were your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty solid fight, honestly. Like it was it was kind of close, but um not close enough to get that split decision. But man, it should have been done early. I think that Tulio was taking so much damage. I mean, shout out the ref for not stopping the fight, and I mean Tulio persevered, but dude, he got knocked down like 3 times and he looked out of it, not gonna lie. But man, that was a pretty solid win for Kopylov, and I'm honestly really surprised that he was the underdog, to be honest. But yeah, man, he got it done. He
Yeah.
got it done.
Yeah. No, shout out Roman Kopylov for sure. This fight was incredible. I mean, Tulio was dominating round one. It didn't look like Roman had an answer for anything. Roman was just being real patient, letting Tulio just land a lot of volume on him in round one. And then round two, late in round two, like Roman's getting dominated again in round two, and then late just drops Tulio out of absolutely nowhere with a beautiful 1-2 combination and steals the round. And then in round three, right away, drops him again and immediately goes to the wrestling. Mason, it happened again, bro. Like, why does everyone keep getting these people hurt and then shooting for a take? Especially Roman Kopylov, whose 12 of his 14 wins are by knockout. Why is he grappling, bro? He's never had a submission win in his career. He's been submitted twice. Why are you trying to wrestle right there? What? Like, you have him hurt on the feet, bro. This card had suspicion written all over it, top to bottom, with the way these fights played out, bro. And this was one of them. This should have been a KO. Roman should have had him, and he knocked him out twice in the third round as well. Like, what is going on, bro? The fight IQ of everybody right now is zero. It's
Bad.
zero.
It's
And the
bad.
next fight we're going to talk about, it gets even worse. But yeah, Roman, great fight, little suspicious, but stop shooting takedowns when you have people hurt. Oh, God, I'm going to explode. I need someone to hear this so they can, like, I'm just, yeah. And speaking of low fight IQs, Jared Gordon getting silly gillied by Jim Miller in round one after he shoots a freaking takedown. I'm like, what is he doing? What you doing there, mate? What are we doing here? Freaking shooting the takedown and didn't even try to get out. Didn't even try to move to side control to get out of the grip. Didn't even try to make Jim Miller switch grips. He stayed there, bro. He stayed there, left his neck up, and just let Jim Miller choke him out.
I
and
don't
it was ridiculous. It was the most it was even more suspicious looking than the Roman fight. What I mean, am I crazy here?
I don't understand. I honestly I didn't know if I really saw any suspicion here, but all I know is my pick was right. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
But no, to be fair, I definitely see where you're coming from. Like he like Jim Miller's freaking amazing at grappling. And he just kind
yeah.
of just like forgot how to grapple Jared Gordon. And then Jim Miller got it done by that silly Gilly that we all know and love. And
I love a silly Gilly.
yeah, dude, and he like the one thing I noticed, like his forearm wasn't even like on Gordon's neck. It was just his wrist. And he just choked him out and
Yeah,
he just know how it is. I don't know.
like like he wasn't even trying. It was like he was just sitting in there long enough so it didn't look suspicious if he tapped right away. But like, dude, Jim Miller, man, 21 of his 38 career wins are by submission. He's
And
had
he just got another
13 wins in
contract.
in the UFC by submission.
And he got
Yeah,
another
but
five
like
fight contract.
Jim Miller did?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Jim Miller, dude. He's gonna get to 50 fights. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out Jim Miller, bro.
I was watching the Dana's post card press conference, and he said a lot of good stuff in there. So I'm very glad that I ended up watching it actually.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that too. I was talking to my boy Max on IG Live. Shout out Max. But nah, dude, shout out Jim Miller. Silly Gilly. It was beautiful. But these two fights back to back was like really, really suspicious. But not to take anything away from Jim Miller and Roman Kopylov, but great performances. But after that, we had Noah's golden goose of the card, Mateusz Rebecki, taking on Grant Dawson in the lightweight division. Grant Dawson able to secure the rear naked choke with 18 seconds left on the clock. Another last minute submission, dude. Second one on the card. Um, yeah, this fight was awesome, dude. Rebecki always puts on a great fight every time he
Very
fights.
true.
Uh, Grant Grant Dawson was wet blanketing him in the first round, like we all expected. Rebecki starts to get some momentum there at the end. It looked like Grant Dawson was getting a little tired, and then bam, Rebecki knocked him down in round two. Thought he might have was going to get the finish, but Grant Dawson's ground game is just really hard to counter, and he was able to get back to his feet as Rebecki's hitting him. And yeah, dude, shout out Grant Dawson, dude, able to come back in round three, able to get it to the ground after Rebecki with a low IQ shot attempt in round three
Yeah.
after he was destroying him on the feet. And then, that obviously cost Rebecki the fight. That he stayed on the ground the rest of the round and obviously got choked. But yeah, what'd you think of each of their performances, Mason?
Yeah, I don't understand why like Rebecki's shot on Dawson, like Dawson's an amazing grappler. And I I I mean I called it. I knew Grant Dawson was gonna win this fight. I think that I mean he looked pretty good, but yeah, Rebecki, not sure why he was shooting there, but yeah, then Dawson just ended up kind of blanketing him or whatever you said, wet blanking, whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
and
wet
then
blanket.
got it done, and I was very happy. My picks were looking really good throughout these fights up to this point.
Yeah, no, you definitely had the script, Mason. That's for sure. um,
Heck
But yeah,
yeah.
dude, just low IQs here, man. Just low IQs these three fights in a row. Rebecki easily could have won that third round if he just kept it standing. I mean, Grant Dawson did not have any energy left to, you know, keep his hands up, really throw anything. Rebecki could have probably got the knockout in round three, but he just decided to shoot right away, almost like literally within the first like 20 seconds of round three. Rebecki was shooting for a takedown, and yeah, that cost him the fight. But you learn from those mistakes, and I think Rebecki will come back better. Um, our next fight, wow. My golden goose, Yoel Alvarez getting absolutely styled on and then emoted on harder than anyone's ever been emoted on in a UFC fight ever. When he got arm triangle slam subbed by Yaroslav Amosov. He's changed his name to "You're about to get" or "You're a slam." That sounded better in my head. We'll cut
No,
that
no,
out.
no. I like it. I like it. Stick with it. I like it.
Yeah, Yaroslav, Yara Slam. You know
I
what I
like it.
mean? Yeah, it sounded better up here, but on the I butchered the delivery. But Yaroslav Amosov with probably the best finish you'll ever see this year. I mean, I think that's finish of the year so far. I don't know about you, Mason. What were your thoughts on this fight?
Man, I was shocked you guys picked Joel Alvarez, to be honest, because Amosov. I mean, I'll never count out a guy that it has a record like he does. Like I think his record is
Yeah.
there for a reason. And dude, he's
Yep.
so good. And I know a lot of these Bellator guys don't really end up working out, but dude, Amosov is a beast. Like, I don't know. I mean, he could be a problem, but welterweight's just so good. So we'll see what he
Is
gets next. But dude, he took no like barely any damage. So hopefully he can get a quick
barely.
turnaround. But I mean,
Yeah, dude, he is gonna be a problem. He is
yes.
a real problem, dude. Oh my gosh. Like he was not afraid to be on the feet. He wasn't just going right to the takedowns. He was throwing a lot of feints, throwing a lot of things out there for Yoel Alvarez, and he timed his takedowns like perfectly. And Joel Alvarez is a great grappler in his own right. And for you go out there and submit Joel Alvarez, 17 career wins by submission, first guy to ever submit him. That is insanely impressive. We're gonna see him get a huge, huge matchup probably in his next
Yes.
fight.
Yes.
Um, there was only like one point where I thought Yoel Alvarez was gonna win, and he landed like a nice 3-4 punch combination that I thought was gonna drop Amosov, but it didn't. And Joel Alvarez was just standing there like a zombie. I don't know. He wasn't moving like at all. And Yaroslav just had great lateral movement, getting in and out, weaving around him, not being predictable. And I really love Amosov, man. I'm a huge Yaroslav Amosov fan now. Like that that put him on the map, bro. He's awesome, dude. He's gonna be one of my favorite fighters, I can tell. And that breakdancing that he hit at the end, dude. Oh
That was
my
tough.
gosh.
He
Guys, if you
styled
haven't
on him.
seen that, you have to go watch it. It's on our threads. Oh my gosh, dude.
He
He hit the
styled on him.
most insane emote you'll ever see. And his finish, like, wow, just wow. I'm glad he got the 100K, bro. He definitely deserved that 100K.
Yeah.
But getting
100%.
into
100%.
our 100%. Getting into our feature prelim of the card, we had Ateba Gautier or Ateba Gautier taking on Ozzy Diaz in the middleweight division. Gautier getting it done in round 2 via TKO with a nasty, nasty punch. Mason, your boy, getting it done. What
Yeah,
were your
dude.
thoughts on your boy's performance?
I I honestly never was gonna count him out. Like, dude, that was like he 200 pumped him in the head. Like he literally that
Yeah,
was so crazy. Diaz just literally folded like a lawn chair. That was I mean,
literally.
you could have honestly stopped the fight right there. But dude, Gautier has heavy hands, dude. He has hands is I don't even I can't even that was just crazy. But shout out to
Yeah.
Taba. Amazing win. And hopefully we can see a big fight next. Not a big fight, but a semi decent step up.
Yeah, I'd like to see him versus Susurkaev, dude. That'd be freaking
Ooh.
awesome.
That was
That'd be a really fun
that'd be a
one.
good one.
Yeah, both guys getting finishes on the same card. Should be on the same timeline. But yeah, Gautier, man, great performance. Great takedown defense. I know Oz Diaz isn't the best grappler, but that's just a part of the game that we haven't seen um checked of Gautier, and it was great to see him actually, do well against the grappling. So we know he has a little bit of
Yes.
a good takedown defense. It's not as kryptonite. He's not going to lose to bums just by getting taken down. So that's good to know. But yeah, he was being real patient. I liked how patient he was being in this fight. His strikes weren't landing, and then he wasn't getting reckless. He knew it was going to come. And then after round one, Ozzy Diaz, I thought it was hilarious, said to his corner that he's got no power. He's got no power. Telling his corner that Gautier had no power. And then, bam, literally a minute and a half later, he gets KO'd. just you can't make this stuff up. But shout out Gautier, man. Great performance. He's gonna get a big fight next. Maybe not a ranking, but like you said, yeah, definitely a big fight.
Yeah,
Very, very exciting prospect. Only 24 years old. So future is
absolute
bright for that
unit.
young man.
Absolute unit.
You
I
speaking
don't know
of
how he make.
units,
I don't know how he makes 185.
yeah, I don't either. He's 205 is definitely in his future
Yes.
and very far down the line.
Mm-hmm.
But getting into our main card of UFC 328, we had the vets running it back for old time's sake here. King Green taking on Jeremy Stevens in a lightweight bout that lasted 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 420. King Green getting it done via bullying and rear naked choke. But yeah, this was straight up just bully. I mean, there's no other way to put this fight. It was just, he bullied Jeremy Stevens. He bullied the overweight fat kid. Jeremy Stevens came in overweight. He's like, oh my God, look at that fat kid. Let's go beat him up. And then he
Yeah.
just went and beat up this fat kid. And he was hurting Stevens bad, really bad. Ground and pounded him pretty bad. And then, Stevens just had to get up his back at some point to try to get up. And, King takes his back, and, that's wraps because Jeremy Stevens is not good on the ground. But yeah. Mason, what'd you think of this fight?
Yeah, man. Subs up the wazoo for this card. Like left and right, there was
Yes.
subs, man. And King Green looked
We
like
had
a
three in a
king.
row.
King Green looked like a king out there. I mean, not really much to say. Like that was just kind of he was just bullying him. He was bullying Jeremy Stevens, and I mean, yeah, he didn't get the bonus he wanted, but he is getting custom fight shorts, which I'm excited to see.
That's all that matters. Screw
Yeah.
the 100K. As long as we get custom shorts, we're all
Yep.
right.
Dana did say that the presser, or not the presser, the post fight press conference. So, yeah, shout out to King Green, dude.
Yeah. And shout out Noah. He called King Green by sub on
He
the
did.
preview for this card. So shout out Noah. Great pick. Plus like 1,000 on some books, and then it moved pretty far down. It was like plus 800 2 days before the fight, and then like the day of the fight, it was down to plus 600, and that's where I got it at. Great odds right there. Bam. And then oh wow. Yeah, this fight. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley in the welterweight division. Sean Brady getting it done. You're about to hear this correctly. 30-25. That's right. 30-25 on two judges' scorecards, with one judge giving Brady a 30-27. Mason, what were your thoughts on both of these men's performances in this fight?
Not much to say here. Sean Brady just belt to ass. Buckley, most disappointing, embarrassing, what the heck fights I've ever seen. Um, yeah, that was just embarrassing for Buckley. I wouldn't even say it was impressive for
Yeah.
Brady, just embarrassing for Buckley.
Yeah. That was really embarrassing for Buckley. Especially because leading up to the fight, he kept saying that he didn't need to train for this, that this was the easiest fight for him stylistically, all that, and he just got absolutely mauled. I thought, that we had the weird betting line movement with this fight. Brady was a minus 210 favorite, and then the day of the fight moves to a plus 180 dog. Crazy line movement. Everyone starts throwing money on Buckley, and then he just puts on a performance like that, and it's just awful. And yeah, just held down. He defended the first two takedowns nicely in round one, and then it was like, oh my gosh, maybe he's gonna KO Brady here in round one. The odds, this fight should have been canceled. Vegas, ruined it with the betting odds, but nope. Sean Brady eventually got that takedown, timed it beautifully. And great ground and pound from Sean Brady. Stayed active on the top. Uh, man, Buckley's future does not look good after that performance. Your stock goes way down. But Brady puts himself right back up there in that top 5 conversation. Probably looking at a fight with JDM. Who would you like to see Sean Brady fight next, Mason?
Man, well, he got absolutely destroyed by Michael Morales, as we all know. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it was kind of a convincing win for Brady. Um, I mean, a fight against JDM wouldn't be bad. Uh, I don't know. I feel like the welterweight division's been kind of busy lately. I feel like a lot of people have. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what the matchmakers think. But yeah, I'm this fight. Just I want to get it get it past my head, man.
Big Buckley fan, huh? Disappointed.
No, not even that. Just I mean, yeah, disappointed, but dude, I don't know. That was just such. It was a sore watch because I was expecting so much
Yeah.
more. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 6, Brady. Number 9, Buckley. So, I mean, I don't know. Buckley's probably going to fight someone back. Maybe, Malat, Medic, or
That's what
MVP.
I was
And then
thinking.
I see Brady fighting up definitely after a performance like that. And honestly, I think this might be a hot take, but I think for performances like that, guys like that should get like bonuses. Like I know you didn't
Yeah,
finish him. You can't, he's not going to qualify for the finish bonus, but like there needs to be something for like if you 30-26 or better somebody. That's as close to finishing as you can get. And I think that should be rewarded, let alone a 30-25 as well. To have 2 10-8 rounds is ridiculous. And I think it should be rewarded. Honestly, he had the best performance of the night, I think, of anybody. But getting into our next fight on the main card, we had number 2 Alexander Volkov taking on number 4 Waldo Cortes Acosta. Alexander Volkov getting it done 29-28 on 2 judges' scorecards, with another judge giving him a 30-27, which caused a lot of controversy, but Volkov
yeah,
still gets it done by unanimous decision. Mason, what are your thoughts on this fight and these scorecards?
yeah. I definitely agree with the 29-28. Um, I don't know. I feel like this fight was a lot closer than the scorecards say. That first round was so interchangeable. Like I think if you would have said anybody, like I think that round was very close. But Volkov looked really good. 40-11 now. That is just absolutely bonkers. Um, but yeah, Volkov just kind of proved that he could still bang with the best of them. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean that honestly, like for Cortez Acosta, like that was a good performance too. So I don't think any of these guys should like. I mean, obviously Volkov's not gonna lower his head, but for Waldo, I mean that was a good performance. Like Volkov's been kind of stuck in the, I mean, in a good way in the top 5 for a long time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, tough opponent to take down. Yeah, Volkov, I mean, 13-5 in the UFC, 14-5 in the UFC now. Like you said, been top 5 forever. Probably one of the best guys that's never won an interim championship or a championship belt. So, I mean, yeah, Waldo looked great, man. He was a little hesitant, and that's, expected when you're the shorter fighter. It's tough to close the distance, especially on a guy like Volkov. And Volkov was doing a great job, and I mean a great job with those leg kicks, man. His legs are so long and just kicking Waldo in the belly, those calf kicks, just utilizing his legs so perfectly. I thought he took round 1 pretty convincingly. And then round 2 was probably a huge toss up, but I still gave round 2 to Volkov, and then I gave round 3 to Waldo. But yeah, it looked like, yeah, Volkov had him hurt. Waldo had him hurt at one point. So, I mean, I don't know how you give a 30-27 when Waldo had him hurt. But yeah, Volkov had him hurt and didn't even realize it. that jab got him pretty good, and Waldo got hurt bad. But no, great performance from Volkov. Definitely should get the winner of Alex versus Tom after
Yes.
Alex beats Cyril Gahn, and then Alex and Tom fight. So Volkov, I mean, that's a long wait though. So I mean, they might give him somebody beforehand. But what do you think's next for Volkov and Costa or
Well,
Acosta?
first of all, I cannot understand a word Volkov was saying after his fight. I think he was just like so exhausted. I think he was so exhausted, and the Russian, like that thick accent. I was like, what's this guy saying? I think the only things that I heard was Pereira and Gone, and that was about it. So yeah, I think that he definitely is deserving of a title shot, but I don't know, like that timeline between Gone, Pereira, and then Volkov, it really is really up in the air for who should fight next. But I think he wants to fight for
Yeah.
the title, so I think he's gonna wait for that.
Yeah, that's a long wait though. I mean, yeah, that he had that bad split decision loss for Cyril Gahn, and then Cyril Gahn at the White House now. Tom Aspinall still the champ. Sergey Pavlovich, he already beat Sergey Pavlovich, who's booked for the China card. Josh Hoka at number 5 now, who's also booked against number 9 Derek Lewis. Kuniev just got booked against Tyrell Fortune, and
Yes.
yeah, so, I mean, there's Spivak, but he's coming off a loss, so yeah, Volkov's just gonna have to wait, man. Who would ever think that heavyweight would get uh clogged up for the
Yeah, I mean,
title? So
crazy.
crazy stuff. And if Josh Hokett gets a huge finish over Derek Lewis, he might have a I don't know, Josh Hokett actually might fight Volkov. I could see Volkov fighting the winner of that fight
That'd be a
if Josh
very
Hokett gets it
be
done.
a very intriguing fight to say the least. Like, I don't know,
Yeah, I think Volk would.
that'd be like an interesting
How tall
fight.
is Josh Hokett?
Dude,
How tall is Josh Hokett?
I think he's like
Volkov
five
might be
nine.
a full dang, yeah, because Volkov's 6'7". That'd be a hilarious matchup.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. But it's time, Mason. Getting into our fight of the night. Our flyweight title fight between Joshua Van making his first title defense against Japan's own Tatsuro Taira. Joshua Van getting it done in round 5 via TKO. Mason, what were your thoughts on this flyweight title fight?
Joshua Van is a top 3 boxer in the UFC right now. You could fight me about it, but holy cow, dude. Such such an amazing performance by him. Such an amazing performance from Taira. I don't know how Taira was eating some of those shots too, but dude, Van looks so good. Taira's grappling was really good as always, and yeah, I think it could have been done a little bit earlier if Van didn't try and go for that sub, but I mean, he kind of almost had that sub. I don't know. Great fight. Um, good stuff from both of them, and yeah, that's awesome. It was such a good fight.
What were you thinking in round 1 when Tyra got him down? Were you thinking it was over already, like right away in round 1?
Uh, I got flashbacks from Oliveira and Holloway. I thought it was gonna be
From
like one of
who?
those, just complete utter dominance.
Oh,
But dude,
yeah.
Van was doing that thing where he would kick his legs up and he just kept getting in the butterflies and or whatever you call it. And I think that Van's uh defense on the ground was very impressive. Very impressive, especially against a guy like Tyra. So I mean, he's only gonna
No,
get better from
definitely.
here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see how long this belt stays around his waist.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, in that first round, dude, he got taken down pretty easily. Like he got taken down 4 times, and I think he got up after each one. Like he was flat on his back like 2 or 3 times, and he was able to get back up this time. It was very, very impressive. And then on round two, dude, he freaking drops Taira late and bad. Like Taira had a lot of control time in that round. Um, Late just gets dropped bad after like I said, Josh Van is able to defend the takedowns, get up from them pretty easily at times. And yeah, man, it proved in the second round. He was able to drop Taira. Somehow Taira was able to survive, which was insane. And there's a lot of crazy photos from when he dropped Taira that I've been seeing that are just disgusting. And dude, yeah, shout out Taira for surviving that round two. And then man, it was all Van pretty much after that. And yeah, just it keeps able to stop the takedowns, drops him again in round three, almost gets a rear naked choke of his own. Who would have had that, dude? That would have been
Nobody.
insane. Joshua Van would have broke the internet if he freaking submitted Tatsuro Taira, dude. That would have been insane. That would have been like Mirzakhanov submitting Paulo Costa. Like, that would have been that level of craziness. Like, unreal. He had it deep, bro. I don't know how he had Tyra hurt badly, just knocked
Very
him
bad.
down. He's like, screw it, I'm going for this choke. And squeezed, and Tyra was able to get out while he's barely conscious. And then yeah, then I mean Tyra after that too, dropped back-to-back rounds, almost gets choked out, comes back in round four, still able to get a takedown, still able to get off some damage on Van. Not really enough in round four though to like win it. Van was still defending everything great. Great combinations on the feet. Best hands probably in the flyweight division, I would say. Fastest hands as well. Only 24 years old. Just an absolute menace. Menace with this boxing, dude. Josh Van has the best boxing, I think, in the UFC. I mean, him versus Steve Erceg will be a really, really fun fight. I would love to see those two go at it with their boxing. And yeah, and then eventually, gets the TKO in round five. Just a takedown defense, and the way he got back up was incredible. But I
Yes.
don't think that Joshua Van gets back up from a Pantoja takedown there in round one. And I
I
think
don't know,
Pantoja
man.
does submit him in round one.
I don't know, man. I was very impressed with
How do you see
Van.
that fight going?
Dude, Tatsuro Taira's amazing at grappling. Like I don't know. I mean, yeah, Pantoja. I think that's what Van called him, Pantoja, whatever. Um, he's got very. I mean, he's skilled everywhere, but I think if Van can, defend Tyra's grappling, I think he it's going to be a lot more difficult to defend against Pantoja, but I don't know, man. We'll see when we get there. I don't know how that fight would go. Eh, but I know there's going to be a lot of build up behind it, and I think that could be that's going to be a promoter's dream, that fight right there.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, the future is bright for Josh Van. Obviously going to fight Pantoja next. And then after that, the winner of Manel Kape versus Horiguchi. I believe it's June 20th, I believe.
I'm
Yes,
not too
June
certain,
20th.
but all I know is
And
I am so excited for that fight.
yes, yes, that's gonna be a banger. Rematch too. Rematch. And yeah, I can't wait to break down that card. That one's gonna be a good card. But yeah, flyweight division is hot, man. Very hot right now, dude. Very exciting times. And getting into our main event, our boy, Sean freaking Strickland, getting it done by split decision, 48-47 on two judges' scorecards, with one judge giving Khamzat the nod with a 48-47. Mason, what were your thoughts on the title fight?
Yeah. Um very unexpected. I think that's the best word for it. Very unexpected. I knew that Strickland would be able to defend some of the takedowns, but if you go back and look at that DDP fight, DDP took Strickland down like crazy. Like, and Hamza, I don't know. I mean, that was just crazy. Like, just all the takedown defense. Um, and then Chimaev was just gassed after that second round. And I don't think I don't blame him for standing. Like, I thought that he like after that whatever round it was, the third round, they were like standing the whole. I mean, they were honestly standing the whole rest of the fight. But I think Khamzat was just too exhausted to get his takedowns defended, and I don't think he could have afforded to be on the ground for that long. But man, what a close fight,
Yeah. How did you score it?
dude. Honestly, like I think that whatever Bruce Buffer said, I would have been completely fine with. Like that was just so close. It was definitely 2-2. Like I think it was 2-2 going in the last round. Like it was close. It just Khamzat was pushing forward the whole time. Pushing forward literally the whole time.
Yeah.
And he
Yep.
was he was dude, he was standing and banging with Strickland. Like I don't know. I think it was I think it was definitely 2-2 going into the last round. What do you think?
Yeah, I had Strickland 3-2 as well, but yeah, I had Strickland winning rounds 2, 3, and 5. Khamzat, obviously dominated round 1, had like 4 minutes and 47 seconds of control time in round 1, 2 for 2 on his takedowns, had Sean down immediately. Round 2, Sean was able to stop the takedowns surprisingly, and then we saw Chimaev pull guard in round
Twice.
2, and I thought it was
Not
over there. I thought it was
yeah.
over. Like I'm like, oh my god, he's hurt, and then like Sean's gonna do like 3 hammer fists, and this is gonna be over. But no, I guess Chimaev was actually just gassed, and I don't know, maybe not gassed. I don't know. That was weird. What do you think that was? Why do you think he pulled guard there in round 2?
I I don't even know. Like I I don't know if it was because he was like I don't know, but I'm think like going past round 2 when Hamzat was just sort of just standing the whole time. I think like the corner was like, don't try a takedown this round. Like don't go for the takedown. Like sort of regroup this round 3, and then I think they want him to just try and get the takedown round 4. But no, man, that was such a weird fight. Honestly, it was weird. It was weird. But I think Hamzat
Yeah,
was
yeah, and then
gassed.
Sean. It was crazy seeing Sean Strickland on top of Khamzat. I think that was the most surprising part of this whole
Yes.
fight. Yeah, round 2, Sean was on him for 3 minutes. Sean had 3 minutes of control time
Yes.
in round 2 in a single round on Khamzat because Khamzat like pulled guard for some reason. But Sean's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt, so you don't want to do that with someone like Sean. He knows what he's doing. You're not gonna sub
Yes.
him. So, but yeah, then in round 3, yeah, all standing, no takedown attempts. Round 4, Chimaev was 1 for 2 on takedowns, 50 seconds of control time. He used that takedown late to just steal the round. It looked like it wasn't interested in striking. After that, he was just like, all right, let me get this takedown, secure the round, and it did secure him the round. Ended it on top. And then yeah, round 5, he went back to the Khamzat that we knew, man. 6 for 7 on takedowns in round 5, but wasn't able to keep Sean down at all. Minute and a half of control time there in round 5. But yeah, 6 takedowns in round 5 with a minute and a half is not good. And yeah, shout out Sean Strickland, man. He did what he had to do to get it done. Wasn't the best fight. It's not a memorable fight. It's not a title fight we're gonna go back to and talk about maybe a month or 2 from now. But he did better. He did have the better performance than Chimaev, and he definitely deserved to get that belt. I understood the split decision though. The wrestling from Khamzat was definitely like is a deciding factor, but like you said, Khamzat was still going forward every time, but yeah,
Yes.
he was going forward. But Sean was the one landing the jab pretty much every time. I don't think Sean was outstriked in any round. Slightly in round 4 by 3 strikes, but that's about it. And yeah, Sean was just cooking after
Yeah,
that first round onslaught.
and now the middleweight division, very interesting to say the least. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
there was there was honestly a part of me that wanted Khamzat to win just so it would make I think if Khamzat won, it would have made the middleweight division even more interesting. Like because he would have moved up. He definitely even if he won, he would not have stayed at 85. He was killing himself to make that weight. And I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did make weight too. Like I don't think there was like you gotta think about the commission and they would the commission would not let that slide if he missed weight. I don't care. I don't think they would care if he's the champ or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
Next for Strickland. I mean, very good win, and I think it's time for Imavov to get that title shot. I think. I mean, he was kind of if I think he was kind of supposed to fight Chimaev, but Strickland obviously had a great win against Fluffy. That's why he got it. But yeah, what do
Yeah.
you think? What's next for the who do you think deserves the title shot?
I gotta say DDP, man. I know they were planning on DDP versus Usman, but I think this kind of changes a lot because DDP's already beaten Sean twice. And the first one was split decision. So I think you gotta have a trilogy fight first. And I think Imavov is a great fight for Joe Pyfer. I'd love to see
Oh
Joe Pyfer versus Imavov.
yes, bro. That would be such a good fight. I think that'd be a great fight.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great like fight night main event. I think as well, like easily for like maybe the France card in September if they go to France like they always do in September. Bam! I think that's perfect for both of them. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be upset if Imavov got the title shot. He had a really close fight with Sean. I mean, it was 48-47. But I think it's DDP. If if Usman's coming up to 185. I would love to see them rework that and have Usman fight Caio Bahadio. I think that would be a lot of fun at 185. Or maybe even Fluffy versus Usman would be a lot of fun. But
That'd be a grappler's delight.
yes. But Brendan Allen taking that fight against Shabazian when he's number 4 and Shabazian's unranked just really throws a wrench in a lot of plans.
Yeah, but I think
So
no matter what, even if Allen wins, it literally does honestly, in my opinion, it does nothing for him. Like, I mean,
nothing.
but
Nothing.
If Shabazian wins, that is huge for him. So that fight is
Yeah.
it's either it does nothing for the division or it changes things a lot. And
Yeah, like we
yeah,
actually have to like, keep an eye on them.
I'm excited for my boy, my favorite fighter in the UFC, DDP. I hope I hope he gets his belt back. I hope he gets his belt back. It's his. And honestly, I'm just excited. I'm excited for how the middleweight division pans out. I think it's very very interesting. I've thought it's a weird division too, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And we do have a
Yeah.
middleweight
No,
banger
now
coming up
especially
too.
because
We have Pereira
huh?
uh and Shara Bullet. I think they got announced last week, 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
yeah. Yep.
I'm excited. I
He has the
think
Baku co-main event.
yeah, I'm excited for that fight. That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Like that's going to
Yeah,
be
that's a banger.
yeah, that's a fight that you're going to have to tune in for.
Yeah, and now with Hamza being number 1 in the rankings probably come tomorrow or Wednesday, we're gonna have 4 guys in the top 15 at middleweight who are all moving up to 205.
How many guys?
So middleweight 4.
4.
4 guys now in the top 15 at middleweight who are moving up to 205,
Yeah, but to
who are
be
currently
honest,
ranked.
it's for the best for a lot of them, I think. Especially Khamzat, dude, because he's just a big boy, and I don't know.
Yes.
Well,
What do you think is next for Khamzat?
dude, I would like to see him fight Paulo.
Ooh.
I'd
You don't
like to
think he
see
gets
him.
a title shot right away?
I think Dana. Yesterday when I was watching the post fight, I think Dana did kind of like the idea of him getting an instant title shot, but I mean, I guess he kind of deserves it. I mean, dude, he's undefeated, was the champ in middleweight. Um, I think you can. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Like it's gonna be very interesting seeing what
Got
they
you.
do with Hamza at light heavyweight. But
Yeah.
I, I don't know.
I got some matchmaker stuff I want to see at light heavyweight because that stuff gets really interesting right now. Um, I really like Hamzat to get the interim. I mean, there's going to be an interim title fight. I think we all know that.
I don't
Carlos
know.
Alberg's going to be out for the rest of this year.
I heard Albert's recovering very. I mean, very good. I mean, maybe I don't
At
know.
least an interim title fight.
I heard that he was like having a pretty good recovery, but I would hate to see another, like, I don't know. I don't like interim title, like, especially if, there's somebody at the weight class. But yeah, I mean, if there is an interim fight, give it to Hamzat. Like, I think he's very deserving of it.
I think Hamzat versus Ankalaev is the interim title fight.
That'd be
I know
crazy.
the UFC has big plans for Bogdan Guskov because he's supposed to fight number 4 Blachowicz, but Blachowicz tore his MCL or ACL, something. He's gonna be out for a long time. But I think that Guskov is gonna get Yuri now. I think that's the fight they're looking to make because they want to get Guskov up there. It could be Yuri or Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah,
And then
bro.
I think Paulo Costa gets either Yuri or Khalil Roundtree. I think those 4 are going to be like matched up. Guskov, Yuri, Roundtree, and Costa. And then Khamzat and Ankalaev fight for the interim belt. I think that's what's gonna happen at light heavyweight.
Yeah. Um, and it's almost time for Khalil to get a fight too. Like, it's almost that time that he needs to get scheduled.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And
Khalil's my favorite light heavyweight, him and Blachowicz. So I hope that Khalil gets a fight soon because he's a very interesting fighter to
I
watch.
think honestly it'd make more sense for him to get Guskov because Paulo Costa just fought. And yeah, like you said, Khalil, it's been a while since Khalil's fought. I think we might see Khalil Roundtree versus Bogdan Guskov next,
Yeah.
actually. But that's the 328 recap. That's what we think is next for Khamzat and Sean Strickland and the future of their divisions. We will be back with the UFC Vegas 117, 118 Apex card. Arnold Allen versus Melky Costa.
Woo!
We'll be back with that, with a preview of that and a brief mention of the Netflix MMA card that is happening this weekend. Gina Carano, Ronda Rousey, Nate Diaz, Mike Perry, and I don't even remember who else on the card. Honestly, it's
Francis
that bad.
Ngannou.
But oh yeah, and Francis Ngannou, that's who it was, and he's fighting whoever that Joe Schmo is. But yeah, we back with that preview. Thank you guys for all the support on Threads and on our YouTube channel. Yeah, we'll be back with the preview of that later in the week. Peace out.
Smell you later.